All right, so what to do with orange dots on your task list. So you see orange dots here. An orange dot means there are ordinances that need to be done at the temple, but that person is missing some information to identify them correctly to make sure that there's not duplicates elsewhere for that work that's already done. So I have not planned this. We will just take a couple orange dots here and see if we can turn them into green dots. Henrik Poulsen here. We'll try him right at the top. All right, so he's got a birth year. He's got a birthplace. That means this one's going to be a little trickier probably. He needs to be linked to his parents before his sealing can be performed. So if we jump over to ordinances, we can see these are actually all in progress, but his parents, if you go to the parents tab, he's got a mom, but no dad right now. So we would try to figure out how to add his dad. Now, here's a good, so I went to his, okay, so let me show you what I did. I went to his mom, and his mom on spouses has a spouse. And here's Henrik listed on an unknown spouse. So Henrik is probably, so I'm just going to kind of look and see if his birth year fits in, which he would have been the oldest. Oh, but then there's Henrik up there up top. This is probably a duplicate. So this is the exact thing we're trying to prevent. So if we go back to Henrik real quick, it's a birth year. It's probably a guess, and this guy was born in 18. This is an exact date. This is a duplicate. So here's how we handle a duplicate. If you push and hold on the person, this little menu pops up. You hit Copy ID. Then you go to the person you want to copy or merge with. This is the final one. We want to keep this one. Up in the top right corner, we're going to hit the three dots. We're going to hit Possible Duplicates, the third one down there, Possible Duplicates. We're going to click on Merge by ID, and we're going to paste in that ID of the other Henrik Poulsen. We're going to hit Review Merge. We're going to say, yes, we know, it's sketchy. We're going to look and see if it's pretty close. So, 1772, same city. Yeah, for sure, this is the same guy. No other information on the left column. This is the one that's going to go away. Same mom, obviously, even the same ID, so it's definitely the same mom. Yep, this is the same person. Continue. Copy over anything we need to copy and save. We're going to have to fix that. It's going to merge over the mom, but we'll figure that out later. My favorite box is the top right box. Most vital information relationships match. So if you click that, it'll automatically input it for you. You don't have to type anything else. It seems closest to most of the time. So hit merge, top right corner. Boom. Which means our friend Henrik Poulsen is now gone entirely. It'll say deleted. Yep, he's gone, and he's going to fall off this list now because if I go here, he's gone. So now he is no longer, I'm going to go to the Recents tab, that's what I wanted to do. He no longer needs ordinances because the real Henrik has had all of his ordinances done since 1926. Look at that, 1924. So good thing we didn't do that one. We just saved some time. Let's pick another yellow one real quick. Random pick here. There's some interesting ones. I don't know. William Nichols. Let's see what he needs. So William needs to be linked to parents, and he needs a birth date. Let's see. So that must be his dad or something. William Nichols, yeah, his dad. So we're not going to worry about that, but he needs a parent. That one's going to be tricky. So we'll go to William Nichols, see if we get as lucky as we did last time. Nope, no spouse. So we need to find Mr. William Nichols' spouse. So just to bottom blue, if you're on the Sources tab, go to the bottom plus sign, you hit Search Records, you hit Click Family Search. And in here, it's going to pull up a default search based on the information plugged in for that guy. Pro tip on this list, so these are all people that are all records that match. If it has that little plus sign down here, this one right here, that means it's already attached to a record. So you can kind of skip past those. Here's one that's not attached to a record. It's got his spouse information. Let's see if we click it and we try to attach it here. This is our guy that we were just looking at. So now we can kind of look. Man, Mr. Nichols here really doesn't have much information, does he? Let's see if that matches with his kid's birthday. So 1723, 1904, definitely not the right guy. we need somebody born before. Sometimes you get the back sign pop up bottom left. We are going to edit the search in birth year. We're going to do before. Oh, I wish I could remember his son's birth year, 1784, I think it was. Which, let's do 1764. Let's go to more options. Birth. 1760 to 1770. Done. Search. All right, let's see if this is our guy. So attached family tree. They think they found a match, so we're just gonna review this. That is definitely a match. I don't think it's our guy, but it is a match, so we'll go ahead and attach it. Oh no, this is our guy. That's Mr. William. Oh goodness, this is getting tricky. Okay, yes, attach. And yes, attach. So all those did match, but now let's go back to the dad, Mr. William Nichols here. And view my relationship. This is a different guy. So, but they don't have any information. He does have a son born in 1765. I think this might be a duplicate record. I'm going to do the copy ID thing on William here, and I'm going to exit out of all this stuff. So now I'm back on my William, the dad, I think. Yeah, I'm on the dad William. Not confusing at all. Possible duplicates, I'm going to put in that ID again and review this to see if possibly these are the same people. Oh, no. My William Nichols was born in 1723, 40 years before that. Not a match. Not a match. All right, we're going to try one other one here because I'm going to look for one with a birth date that is a fun one to do. No, let me just find one. No. Let's see, Valerie. No. Yeah, here's one. Whew. Daniel Rasmussen. Okay, he has no birth date. He has no birthplace. That's what this error is going to say up top. Person, you see that first sentence, doesn't have a standardized place in birth, and then the next paragraph doesn't have a standardized date in birth. So we need both of those. So we're going to play detective. We're going to look at when so he has a child born in 1783. So that means he was born probably 20 years before that, so 1763. We're going to look and see where they were born at. They were born in Klavenås, Holbæk, Denmark. We're going to remember that. He was probably born around 1763 in Denmark. We're going to look for some other ideas here. We're going to actually check and see if there's any records that pop up easy for him, which since he doesn't have hardly any information, it would be very surprising if we found anything that matched him. No, none of those jump right out. So we are going to go to the details tab. We're going to hit the plus, and we're going to hit birth. And this is the secret to all things family history. Guess what? We do not need to have exact information because of this about clarifier. So that is a technical date, about 1763, and we can guess pretty accurately that he was born in Denmark because nobody ever moved back then, and he had a kid in Denmark 20 years later, so he was probably born in Denmark too. So we hit save. Now we have a birth year and a birthplace. Guess what happens on the ordinance tab? Pull down, refresh, boom, all those just turned green. We'll figure out the spouse one next. We hit request family names. We're going to hit continue up top. We're going to read all this, and then we're going to agree down here at the bottom, add to reserved names. And now we can take those names to the temple. The next step, which is even more fancy and more important, is actually getting the work done. If you're headed to the temple, then great, go get the work done. But you can actually shortcut the process by checking the box on the right, or the little circle. Now on the very bottom, you hit share with temple. If you check the bottom circle first, it highlights all four. If you check the top circle first, you have to go through one at a time. Hit continue. And those moved from my reservations over to the shared tab. There's Daniel Rasmussen. That prioritizes at the temple. One of your relatives will get that name. They will take them, and then when they are finished, they will move over to the completed tab. Phew, for a second there, I didn't think we were going to find one. So that's an easy way. If you can get an approximate date by adding about in the year they were born and then the country, that is enough information to say this is a real person, and you can get their temple work done.